Hi friends, this week's message from Missing Piece. This past week, we were lucky to have Troy Anderson, who's the founder of Speak Up for the Poor. They do some really amazing work with girls in Bangladesh to educate them and give them options instead of becoming, like so many in that area, child brides. So it was a really great experience. We collected some school supplies and things, and I'll share the message from that in just a moment. I want to let you know that also coming up is tonight, Wine to Water, which is a great event. It's a 5-course meal for $50, and then a large percentage of the proceeds, over half, go to building wells in places that need them most. So it's really a great opportunity to have some fun and enjoy some great food at Rose Villa and to give back in a meaningful way. It doesn't always have to be painful to contribute to your community and your world. I want to let you know that this week coming up is Missing Piece's 3rd birthday. We've been around for 3 years now, which is kind of shocking, but we'll be meeting at Ormond Brewing Company at 10:30 on August 26th. It also happens to be my birthday, so I'd love if you'd come and celebrate with me and celebrate with Missing Piece, and we'll enjoy some good food from Who Cut the Cheese, I think is the name of the food truck, and Corey James will be there playing music, and we'll all just have a good time together, so I hope that you can come to that. But without further ado, here's this week's message from Missing Piece. So I've been thinking, like I do, and wondering about something. Does a little bit matter? Okay, that's a little vague, I know. But once again, I found myself overwhelmed by the vastness of the world's problems. There are political government systems I've nearly given up on and feel helpless to change. There's immigration problems, witnessed through news accounts and podcasts in my feed. There are drug problems I see in my extended family and in many documentaries so popular on TV. There are mental health issues prevalent and often ignored in all ranks of society. And we haven't even touched on homelessness, human trafficking, animal cruelty, trash islands in the oceans, and the straws. Oh my God, whatever you do, don't use a straw. Did anyone else feel their anxiety, their blood pressure rising at that not nearly comprehensive list of our world's problems? What the hell are we supposed to do with all that? And by the way, where the hell is this all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving God in the midst of this pain and suffering and injustice? Anyone else want to give up on the whole thing and drink too much tequila and fall asleep binge watching The Good Place? So does a little bit matter? How could it in the face of all these problems? How? It's counterintuitive. It's paradoxical as all the deepest truths seem to be, but I think it does. I think it really does matter. Like, have you noticed how one small thing, one small act or word can totally break you open? I'm a strong advocate of counseling, and in a counseling session, I was basically kvetching about all my burdens, like one does in counseling, and then admonishing myself for feeling that way. And my counselor looked at me during a pause in my tirade and said, "Why don't you let me carry that for a while?" And it just broke me open. He didn't judge me or condemn me or give advice. He just said he was there and would help with the load. I wasn't alone. Jesus says this thing about sharing the load. He says, if you're tired and if it's all super heavy, let me carry that for a while. He says his burden is light, so he'll trade you. What? How? Well, does that even make sense? Well, it seems the answer is he's able to let go of the things he can't control. Like, it's simple, and not just let them go, but also do what is his to do. In this case, help another, an individual, carry the load. Do that little bit for one, not save the whole world, just help this one, and let the rest go, trusting Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, that the arc of history bends toward justice, and trusting the source behind that arc and its goodness. What we know now that our ancient rabbis' friends didn't know then is that a little bit did matter. It mattered so much that billions of people over thousands of years are retelling these stories as an example of how to live a good life and be a good human, and to love and to trust and to resist the temptation to give up, even in the face of the world's giant problems. Troy Anderson was with us last week, the founder from Speak Up. He shared with us a little bit about his work, a little bit about his little bit, if you will, and the way that so many other little bits add up to changing the culture of a country. Dare I guess and suggest, changing the world. And part of that is knowing what's yours to do and doing your best to let the rest go. Trusting that the greater good will eventually win out. And even if you can't solve every problem or save every life right now, trusting that each of us has our unique little bit that we are uniquely equipped to do, and that the ripple effects of that can be so much farther reaching than we could imagine. Trusting that each of us is beloved and worthy and capable, and that our little bit does deeply, undeniably matter, and we will not give up on this world. Amen. It was really, really eye-opening and inspiring to hear about Troy Anderson and the work of Speak Up. And if you want to check them out, they're on Facebook, Speak Up for the Poor, and you can find information on the Missing Piece page because we partnered with them, and all the amazing work that they're doing. And I want to invite you to come to Missing Piece in the flesh sometime if you have not yet. We're a nomadic community moving all over the place, meeting on Sundays, and just trying to do our little bit. So you're invited. This is your personal invitation, and we hope to see you. You can also follow us and find out where we are through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or by texting peace to 33222, and you can find out where we are. And again, I want to invite you to Wine to Water tonight. I think there's only 2 tickets left, so if you're seriously interested, you need to go buy your ticket now. But it's $50, and $30 from each of those $50 tickets goes to building wells, and the other 20 goes to feeding you an amazing 5-course meal with wine pairing, and it's hosted at Rose Villa. And to come out to Ormond Brewing Company this Sunday and celebrate with us. 3 years old, and we'd love to have you come and be a part of that. And if you want to give us a gift for our 3rd birthday, we're inviting people to give $3 or $30 or $300 or shoot $3,000 to Missing Piece for our birthday gift, and help keep this little bit of good happening. And I think that's about it, friends. Thanks for tuning in. Grace and peace.